The point of all of this on on a zoomed out level is purpose expands outwards, right? It starts off in this myopic, let me just get my survival. Let me get better survival than other people who are trying to survive. And then it becomes, oh wait, let me actually just become a better person. Let me develop some skills and become of better use. And then that spills over into, oh, I'm useful now. Let me be of use to other people in the immediate circle. And then it expands outwards to a part of the world or the entire world. And it becomes this sort of global mission. And then ultimately, it expands outwards to all of reality. It's not even human-centric anymore. It's like total. And each leap gets larger, as you can see, right? From me to you guys is a leap, but you're all here. From me to the planet is way bigger. And then from the planet to the universe is infinitely bigger than that. So the point being, each stage is significantly more profound, significantly more complex, and one stage has to be mastered before the next one can occur. And not only that, but there doesn't seem to be these, a way of saying it, I think this is a Ken Wilber statement, they're waves, not lines. And it's not like, okay, I'm in stage one right now, and I think everybody here is sort of stage one, stage two. They're not these lines where suddenly it clicks and you're on the next stage. It's more like waves in that you can't really tell where the wave ends and where the next one begins. It's a transitionary state. And ultimately the mark of progressing to the next stage is that you're fully doing the thing. You're actively doing it and you've embodied it fully. It's no longer an idea. I feel a little bit like I'm riding a wave between 2 and 3 right now. That's what it feels like to me anyway. But nonetheless, purpose expands outwards. And we saw this with Kobe, for example. The entire early part of his career, it's all about Kobe. It's all he cared about. He's just I just want to be the best. I want more playing. I want to score more. I want to be the best basketball player ever. And then it expanded outwards to suddenly, oh, that doesn't work. Actually, if I'm going to win, I need to focus on my teammates. So he focuses on his teammates. It's one layer out, stage 2. And then as he retired, it became oh, how can I help the next generation of players? These are his words anyway. I don't know what his thoughts about it were, but this is what we saw. And then it became about the world at large and this media company he was building and inspiring people and so on. And so we saw him follow these stages, and who knows where it would have went. But at each stage, it was less about Kobe and more about actually giving and helping other people, but as a natural sort of outpouring rather than him starting out being okay, let me help people because that's what I hear is the right thing to do, and how can I help you? It's not like that. He became Kobe. He became Kobe, who is capable of doing these things first. So I want to open it up to you guys. Is all of that, there's lots of examples of this. We see this in Muhammad Ali, if you study his life. Muhammad Ali, funny enough, I was reading his biography, he was the most hated man in America for a while, believe it or not. If you go back through, he was brash and cocky and disturbing the sport of boxing, and everybody basically hated him. It was a really big deal. And he just constantly talked about himself and how much money he was going to make and how pretty he is and all this stuff. And then there's a shift that happens, and I think it was maybe around the time that his boxing license got revoked and he had to, due to his conflict with the war, and then he started to stand for something.